Hello YouTubes, what is up? Welcome back to another video. It is your boy Strem, and we are here with some playoff prep. This is the IBA round 1 of the playoffs. We're going to go over the standings a little bit. We're going to go over the playoff picture. Sorry, just touched the mic. And then we're going to go over our round 1 opponent and what we are bringing tomorrow to hopefully deal with him and move on to the second round. So this is how it kind of all shook out. We have the Vancouver Corviknights in first place, the Minnesota Perrserkers in second place, the Atlanta Victinis in third. We finished fourth with 6-4 record. Chicago Dragapults also at 6-4. Hawaiian Kommo'os in sixth. Vegas Corviknights in seventh, and the Boston Red Claws in eighth. Gengar finished sixth overall in the standings, in the kill leaderboard. That is. Let me go over there and show you that. My mouse is being really weird today. But yeah, 17 kills, so he was 6th overall. Not where we wanted to be, especially because he was leading so far through the season. But it is what it is. We finished 4th. So let's check out the playoff picture now. We are fighting QtheCostaRican in the first round, the 5th overall seed. We are the 4th overall seed. If we win this, we face the winner of SVTornado, who finished 1st, and CurseShaka, who finished 8th. So that's kind of where we end up. On this side of the bracket, we have Wes, SlightliSalti, JayVee, and Kahuutz. So hopefully, we get the dub here. Q has a very strong team. He made some adjustments before the playoffs, as did we. So we can go over that. We'll go over our team first. The biggest change we made, or actually the only change we made in the last week, was dropping Sock here for Gallade. So we keep that fighting type. We also gain a psychic type, which is nice to see. Something weird going on there, but yeah, so it is what it is. I think Gallade will be exciting for the playoffs. Depending on how far we make it, he could certainly be utilized, and he's somebody now that the opposing team has to prep for more than just Sock. So I feel pretty good about that trade-off there. In terms of Q's team, the Chicago Dragapults is who we fight in the first round. He has Inteleon as his Gigantamax captain. He also has Kyurem, Talonflame, Durant, Bronzong, Type Null, Raichu, Urshifu, the single fist form, single strike form, Whimsicott, Skuntank, and Excelgor. Now, if you remember, we did fight Q in the regular season. He beat us just slightly. He brought out the Aqua Jet on Inteleon at the end there and took out our Lycanroc, so he did end up winning that matchup. It was a close one, but he played really well. So hopefully we can make the proper adjustments here and come back and beat him in the playoffs. So this is the team we're going up against. Right off the bat, I'm worried about the Inteleon. I'm worried about the Kyurem. Obviously, they're huge threats, very strong special and physical attackers in Kyurem's sense. He also picked up Durant instead of, he dropped Runerigus for Durant. So Durant is another strong physical attacker we have to worry about. The hustle ability makes him hit very hard. Bug and Steel type, honestly, is only weak to fire, so there's that too. And obviously Urshifu is another strong physical attacker. So he's got a couple strong special attackers, a couple strong physical attackers, and some bulk. Overall, he's got a very strong team. But here's what we're bringing this week. So it's playoffs. It's time to get serious. We're breaking out the stuff that, I don't think people will be expecting from our team. Especially, we've played a lot of Chansey and Tangrowth type defensive styles throughout the season. So we do have a little bit more of an offensive team this week, although we have some bulk too. So right off the jump, we're bringing Weston, the Flareon. We're slapping a Choice Scarf on him. Max speed, max attack with 4 in HP. The Guts ability in case we get toxicked by the Bronzong or something. And we have Flare Blitz, Will-O-Wisp, Quick Attack, and Superpower. So basically, nobody on his team really wants to switch into a Flare Blitz. And with us being Choice Scarfed, we actually outspeed everything on his team if they're not Scarfed. So we outspeed max speed Inteleon if it's not Scarfed. Actually, we just don't outspeed the Excelgor, but we're not really worried about that. That's typically his dedicated lead, and we have other ways to deal with the Excelgor. But so we Choice Scarf Flareon outspeeds everything that doesn't have a Choice Scarf on it, which is really, really great to see. We are Jolly as well, so we are max speed we can possibly be. So it's really great to see. we're pretty much going to Flare Blitz everything. I have Will-O-Wisp to possibly neutralize the Urshifu if we have to. We have Quick Attack for the priority, just in case we want to beat out the Inteleon and do some damage there if it comes down to it. And then Superpower just for if we need like one big blast on something that's weak to fighting at the end of the game there. So that's Weston. I feel like it's interesting. I feel like you won't expect the Choice Scarf bring on the Flareon. This is the first time we've really brought an offensive Flareon. Most of the time we bring a defensive one, or especially defensive one. So that's it for Weston. Next up, we are bringing Babby, the Primarina with the Leftovers ability. We are max HP, max defense, bold with this Primarina, and with 4 in special attack. This is for the Urshifu primarily, and sort of the Inteleon as well. If we can get some Moonblast off and special attack drops on the Inteleon, that's honestly great for us. We can also switch into some moves and not get one-hit KO by the Inteleon when it's G-Max, which is nice. But mainly for the Urshifu, we're max physical defense because we can switch in on the Urshifu and then Moonblast to KO. We're also bringing Substitute and Calm Mind, so we can actually, if we're in front of the Urshifu, we can get a sub up and Calm Mind away and then just start Moonblasting things, and nothing on this team really likes that too much, especially if the Bronzong is gone. So that's really nice. Again, we haven't run a sub Calm Mind set with Primarina yet this year, so we're kind of bringing out all the stops this week. Next up is Montrezl, the Sandslash. 3rd week in a row coming. We've brought him every week since we got him. I hope it's not a bias I have to Sandslash. I really like Sandslash, but I figured he's our only real Durant switch in on this team that we had. Like, Chansey obviously doesn't like switching in on Durant. Tangrowth doesn't because of the bug typing. So we can actually live 2 of pretty much any hit that Durant goes for with this set, as long as it's not banded. So we have 252 HP, 252 in defense, and an impish nature, max defense Sandslash, really, with Earthquake, Stone Edge, Rapid Spin, and Stealth Rock. So he's our spinner this week, and our hazard setter this week. The Stone Edge is literally just for the Talonflame in case... I guess the Kyurem as well, but we just want to break the... we just want something to hit the Talonflame, so we needed a rock type move on him just in case, because otherwise we literally couldn't hit him at all with our Earthquake. So that is what it is. Rocks are really important against his team. They do super effective damage to Kyurem and Talonflame, which is really nice. Raichu doesn't love them either, so if we get rocks up, you know, a Selgor doesn't love rocks, so rocks can be super important this week. And then, of course, the Rapid Spin to get away hazard on our side. That's pretty much it for Trezzy. Up next is Carco, the Lycanroc Dusk. So this week we're running a max speed, max attack, jolly natured Carco with 4 in HP. Excel Rock, Close Combat, Play Rough, and Stone Edge. He's our dedicated lead to combat the Acelgor. Now, if the Acelgor doesn't come, he doesn't necessarily need to be our lead. He could be more of an endgame, but we basically want to... Accel Rock the Acelgor, get him down to a sash. That way, none of the final gamut shenanigans can really do anything. If he wants to get a layer of spikes up, that's fine. If not, he dies to another Accel Rock, so we have the priority there to combat. Also, like, the reason we're running Life Orb instead of a choiced item is that anything he really wants to switch into an Accel Rock would be like Bronzong, possibly Urshifu, and that's pretty much it. Maybe Durant, but then none of those really want to take a close combat from us. So that's the real nice thing. And so, like, if he switches in Bronzong on an Accel Rock, we just close combat, and that thing could maybe go down, depending on how invested it is. So I feel really great about that. A Play Rough is obviously for the Urshifu as well. That can OHKO the Urshifu, and then Stone Edge for the Kyurem if we wanted to OHKO it. But a Kyurem can't take 2 Accel Rocks either, so Lycanroc is really good here. He's especially good against Talonflame. I don't think he'll bring the Talonflame just because he dies no matter which way around it to an Accel Rock. So we want to do that. Obviously, he could be running the Rock Berry, but then he can't run Heavy Duty Boots, and it just gets complicated. So Lycanroc is very, very nice here. And can definitely put in the physical offensive work for us. Especially leading off with him, we put on a lot of pressure. Jolly, we outspeed everything except for Inteleon, Whimsicott, and Acelgor. So we outspeed the Durant by 1 point. That's why we had to run Jolly. We definitely want to be outspeeding a Jolly Durant. Next up, we have Tank again. So we're running an Assault Vest Magnezone this week with max HP and max special attack. So none in speed. We're actually running 4 in special defense. This is the first time we're running Analytic on a Magnezone. If we attack after the opponent, it does increase damage. I think it's like 1.2, 1.3 times damage. Yeah, so it's really great. We're running the Assault Vest for a little extra special bulk. Same reason why we're running max HP. And then Thunderbolt, Volt Switch, Flash Cannon, and Tri Attack. So we're not choiced. The Assault Vest allows us to live pretty much any max move other than the max ground move Inteleon can go for on us. Hopefully he doesn't bring Mudshot this week. If he does, we do have some ways around that. But we can live like anything else unless it's like a sniper boosted crit max water move from Inteleon. We don't live that. But then we Oko back. So if we use a Magnezone as a revenge killer, it is pretty nice. Again, unless he has the max ground move, then we're pretty good. Magnezone also good against the Kyurem with that steel type stuff. He does damage against the Talonflame. He can't switch in on a Thunderbolt. Durant doesn't really want to switch in on a Thunderbolt. And you know, that's pretty much the main thing. Stun Tank doesn't want to take steel type moves either. So feel pretty good about Magnezone. His main purpose is the Inteleon. I'm praying he doesn't bring Mudshot. If he does and he uses a max Quake, we do go down. So there is a chance that I change this held item. I just kind of got to think about it a little more. But the Assault Vest really does help with our bulk for sure. And finally, we are bringing our captain, of course, the Gigantamax Gengar, holding the Colbur Berry with Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Thunder, and Dazzling Gleam with max speed, max special attack, and Timid. We're running Timid again because we're 1 point faster than the Durant, so we can outspeed any non-Scarf Durant, which is really nice. And we speed tie with the Raichu, and we outspeed a modest Inteleon if we're Timid. So it feels good to run Timid for sure. Gengar doesn't have the best matchup here. Not like Skuntank. He used Skuntank last time against us as a very specially defensive Skuntank, and he stalled out our Dynamax. I don't want that to happen again. If he brings Skuntank, I'll be more aware of that, and I won't throw Gengar in there to just get eaten up. His only normal type, so Ghost Immunity, is type Null. Hopefully I don't see that thing coming, but if it does, then we do have answers for that as well. And then of course, you know, other things like Kyurem and Inteleon they're not super bulky anyway, so they don't want to take our damage. We're bringing Dazzling Gleam for the Urshifu, Sludge Wave KOs the Whimsicott, and Shadow Ball hits everything else other than the type Null. And then of course we're bringing Thunder for the Inteleon and the Talonflame. So that's the squad. I feel pretty good. I went through a lot of different scenarios here. It's a lot of pressure being the first week of the playoffs and stuff like that, so you want to make the right decisions. I hope I did. I really thought about it. I originally had Obstagoon in here in place of the Choice Scarf Flareon, but then it kind of dawned on me that Flareon could put in some work. Type Null definitely is a problem if it's a rest sleep talk set, but we do have close combat on Carco, and we do have superpower on Flareon if it comes to that. We can also sub up on it with Primarina if we need to, and then start getting Calm Minds off. So yeah, a lot of cool things happening this week. Hopefully we get away with the dub here so we can make it in the second round. The biggest thing I'm worried about is Inteleon. If he crits us with that sniper ability and he gets a focus energy off, it is not good news for your boy. So let's pay attention to that when the battle happens. The battle will be up tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern time, or 10 a.m. Toronto time, as I like to say. But that's going to be it for this video. If you enjoyed, please don't forget to smash that MF like button. It really means a lot for the channel. Also comment, let me know what you think. This is playoffs, so we do need your hype. And of course, subscribe if you're new so you don't miss a beat. We got a ton of Draft League content on the channel. Hoping to get into some more Draft Leagues as time goes on. And yeah, it's super exciting, man. Let's get this playoff dub. I hope I brought the right team. You never know when you're prepping against QtheCostaRican, baby. Love you guys. Peace.